Okay.
Ready?
Go ahead.
Okay. Me and Sandy, Kathy Lundeen and Sandy Harden at the Buzzkillers are out and about Pepperell, and we're here with Nicole Poirier, president of the Pepperell Community Arts Center, and she's going to give us a rundown of how the center works and what they do and what she does. And we are here at the beautiful Peter Fitzpatrick School. We'll take a pan view with that when we're all said and done. So Nicole, give us a little rundown on the arts.
Well, Pepperell Community Arts is a program where we want to make quality theater and arts. So I shouldn't just say theater. We're doing theater right now, but we want to do more stuff in the future. But quality arts at affordable prices. So that means affordable for our audience when they come to see. So we do shows and our ticket prices are $5 a piece so that the whole family can come. But it's also affordable from a participation fee kind of thing. So, just like any other sport or something that kids participate in, you usually pay a participation fee. With Pepperell Community Arts, we take a donation. We have a recommended donation, but it's a lot lower than what you would normally pay for some of the other theater companies around here. It's not a fantastic model to survive on, so we really need donations. So that's one of the things that we look forward. We ask for donations.
Nope, sorry.
You're a nonprofit.
We are a nonprofit.
You take no town funds.
Yes, we don't take any town funds.
Self-sustainable.
Yes.
One question that I want to know is, why are the arts so important to a community? What's the benefit to Pepperell to have a Pepperell Arts?
Well, I think a couple of reasons. One, it gets everybody out and doing something. So it's a nice place to go on a Friday night or a Saturday night to go see a show. Or any performance. It could be choral or orchestra or whatever. You never know what it could be. But I also think that from a training point of view for kids, it's another opportunity for kids to participate in something. We're not all athletes, so sports isn't always our thing. And sometimes you can do both. Sometimes you're sports, sometimes you're arts, sometimes you're sports and arts. But I think it gives kids a real sense of place. Definitely for the group that I'm working with right now, we're doing a show, Wizard of Oz, which will be going up April 11, 12, and 13th at the Nissitissit School. We're going to be doing a show on their stage. I'm having, that cast is 3rd grade through 8th grade. And I really feel like that's a safe place for a lot of those kids. You might have struggles at school, you might have struggles at home, but when you come into rehearsal, we're a family. And I think that's a really big benefit for the town and for all the kids. And it's a benefit for me too. Sometimes I'm tired of being an adult, but when I go into rehearsal, that's my fun time.
Yeah, that's actually a good point that I think a lot of people tend to forget. Yeah. So what's the benefit of having one central arts center in a community instead of, and you could give us a rundown of how you organize when you're not central, the amount of work it takes to pull it together. It's
a lot of work. So we had the blessing of being able to use the Peter Fitzpatrick School for our first year, and we got to do 3 shows in that building. And it was fantastic because especially with things like rehearsals and building sets and meeting places for costumes, it's not just about rehearsals when you're putting a show together. And so sometimes you need to go in and start painting sets at 10 o'clock in the morning, and you need to be there when the kids aren't there. So having one location was a really great benefit for us. And anybody could go in and work it, at a certain time and get things done so that things would be ready for the kids when it was time to rehearse. Right now we don't have that benefit. We can't be in the Peter Fitzpatrick School right now. And so we've had to use the community center, which is fabulous. The community center is a great place. And Nancy Archer is so amazingly accommodating. But a couple of things are, one, the space is not as large as obviously the cafeteria / auditorium of Peter Fitz. And we have 41 kids on our cast. It's really hard to fit 41 kids plus parents sometimes. And then make a space available that we can act on. We're doing choreography in our show. This is a full-length musical, and we have dance going on, and the ceilings in the downstairs are only about 6.5 feet tall. So if you have a lift in a dance, that's not happening. And also because there are other things going on in there that are not necessarily conducive. So if yoga's going on upstairs and they're having their silent time, and my kids are downstairs singing at the top of their lungs, these things too don't match. So having a place like Peter Fitzpatrick School, being a location center that was big, that has big space, where things could be separated if they need to be, but also spaces where those things could happen would just be amazing. Someday our goal, Pepperell Community Arts, is that we're going to have our own building. But unless you know anybody out there who wants to donate $25 million to us tomorrow.
I actually think a central community arts center is a draw for people to move into a
I
town.
absolutely agree with you on
That
that.
would be one thing I would look for when my kids were little and
Sure.
they did this.
Sure.
That would really be a big draw
Absolutely.
to a town.
Definitely, definitely for me and my family, that would be something that I would really be interested in. My daughter and my son both have actually been in shows, and my daughter does a lot of theater, so I would be attracted to something like that.
So, how can these kids and the parents get to you? How are they going to join, become members, and get involved?
So you can always be checking PepperellCommunityArts.org. That's our website, and let me see. All right, I was going to say, is it on our pen? It's not. It's not on there. We're always on we have our Facebook page too. So it's Pepperell Community Theater on the Facebook page, and you can check that out. And gosh, I hope I'm saying that right, because I have so many things in my head right now. I could be giving out the wrong information, but. If you join our Facebook page, we're always announcing when we're going to have new auditions, and we announce things on our Facebook page too. And we have offered classes. I taught classes in the fall last year for younger kids, and that was really fun. But we need more people from the teaching point of view. So we need some more directors, and we need people who are willing to donate their time, because we're all volunteer. We don't get paid, at least from the directorial point of view, we don't get paid. So, but yes, come in, and we're gonna hopefully march in the parade. That's hopefully something that's gonna happen, and we'll be advertising that way. But come see our show, and that's how you're gonna know the most. So, Wizard of Oz, April 11, 12, and 13 at the Nissitissit Middle School. 11, 12, 13th, there's 7 p.m. performances. And then also on the 13th, the Saturday, there's a 2 p.m. performance. You're gonna die when you see how good these kids are. They have been practicing. There's kids young as 8 years old and as old as 13. They are amazingly dedicated. And this is a 2.5 hour long show. It's a big show. And these kids know their lines, and they know their choreography, and they're amazing. And it's not about the organization, it's about these kids. They're the ones who will prove to you that it is worthwhile in donating to us, I think.
So Sandy has something for you, Sandy. We're going to donate to the Pepperell Community Arts.
Oh, wonderful.
And the Wizard of Oz is going to be a family night for all of us.
Oh,
We're
wonderful.
going to have dinner and theater locally
Oh,
on
excellent.
that day.
Oh my gosh.
So,
oh my gosh.
There you go.
Thank you so much. We love donations, and very soon we'll have our tickets available. Not yet, it's a little too early away from the show, but tickets are $5 for everybody. So it doesn't matter what age, it's $5. And then come and buy candygrams for our kids. If you know somebody in the show, you can buy a candygram. That's a donation that ends up benefiting us. If you buy food at our show, we'll do a 50-50 raffle, and we'll just be walking around with donations, and we'll take donations. And I wanted to point out one other thing I wanted to mention too, is that there are other people who are, you would imagine we have kids in the show, and so parents definitely help out. We have so many parents who are dedicated to helping out Pepperell Community Arts. But there are people in this community who don't even have kids who are in these shows who are helping. So I just have to give a shout out to Liz Payne, who's this wonderful woman who just was like, hey, I love to sew, and she makes beautiful costumes for us. And she's just, people like her really make Pepperell Community Arts amazing. And then Steve Temple, our fabulous secretary for PCA, he builds our sets and just gives of his time. And I mean, there's a million people I could thank right now just because there's so many people who care about PCA and donating. But I am just amazingly floored by people who don't have kids in the show and are like, hey, what can we do for you? Do you need help with this? Do you need help with that? It's really a whole village effort that happens, and that's the great thing about PCA. So I'm going to give you give you our pen. So we have our fabulous pen, so you remember us. Thank you so much for having us. I'm going to hand you one, and then
thank you, Nicole.
Thank you so much. Come see our show, please. Wizard of Oz.
We're gonna
And
dinner and a theater.
Excellent.
Locally.
Excellent.
For the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, Pepperell's a great town.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
And I'm just so really grateful that there are so many people in this town who do amazing things. And one more thing about PCA I will plug also is that we are attracting other people from other towns. So
nice.
In our cast, there are kids from, I think, 4 or 5 different towns and also kids from New Hampshire. So it's not just about kids in Pepperell who are doing these things.
Great.
We're attracting other people to come here, and they're happy to be here, and we're just so grateful.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Hey, let's shake.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot. Thank you for having
That
me.
was great.
Thank you, Nicole.
That was
Thank
really
you.
good. Yeah, you're doing a good job.
Thank you so much.
I love the theater stuff. That is.
Oh, I can't wait for you guys to come see it. It's gonna be
My daughter, usually I work with her, but she saw the last one.
Yep.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, Shrek was so good.